Hey Squishies! Back again with another vlog. This is Gravity Falls Season 2, Episode 16, Roadside Attraction. This was a good, fun episode. It's been quite a while actually since I've recorded any of these, so it was nice getting back. This was a good episode to come back on. Main thing sticking out, of course, is the Dipper story with, flirting with all the girls and it backfiring on him. I like that, actually, that they did this. While I really liked the way the whole him-Wendy thing ended, it does kind of make sense that he would need a little help moving on, first crush and all that. And that he would fall prey to Stan's terrible advice. Stan being a pickup artist makes total sense. That is completely in keeping with his general sleaziness. Like a lot of pickup artist stuff, the advice he gave Dipper wasn't terrible in itself. The problem was the attitude it came wrapped in. Treating girls, women, as practice, as, not people, focused entirely on what Dipper wanted, which was, of course, the whole problem with Wendy all along, was that he was, so focused on what he wanted that he really didn't care about her at all. And that plays out here, he's just getting what he wants from these girls and therefore happy until he doesn't anymore. But I think he does basically learn the lesson, to treat people like people. And he's learning it young, which is good. I was engaged in behavior not entirely unlike what Dipper does here as late as 18, 19. And he seems to be moving on and growing out of it at 12, which is good, I had a similar thing where there was a girl that I had, a giant crush on all through high school. And there was another girl who I found out had a crush on me. And I wasn't really interested in her. Basically went out with her as an excuse or as an attempt to try to get over the girl I had a crush on, which was never going to happen. We were friends, we moved in the same social circles, actually all three of us were friends. And it went bad, of course, when you're crushing on one person and dating another, eventually the person you're dating is going to find out. They're going to notice. And once she realized that I wasn't really over the other girl, she was very mad and upset and hurt, as you would be. And we broke up, of course. And, I think the worst part is that I think I ruined the friendship between the two of them. And I felt really bad about that. But that's what happens when you try to use someone for a purpose. Whether that purpose is, as it typically is for the pickup artist, status and or getting off, or, trying to make yourself feel better, as it is with Dipper. When you use someone else, odds are they're going to end up feeling used. And whether they do or not, you have now made yourself a user. Which is not really something you want to be. But I think Dipper learns his lesson, and I think the scene at the end with him and Candy shows that. He doesn't apologize because he wants something out of her. He apologizes because he's hurt her and therefore should apologize. He isn't coming to her asking for forgiveness. He isn't coming for her asking for another date, and he doesn't get really either of those things. She's still kind of snarking at him at the end, like, and he accepts that he deserves it, you know? He doesn't come at her wanting something, he just apologizes because he really did not treat her well. He went on a date with her when he wasn't really interested in her. He led her on. So that's good. Like, it really shows some advancement, some maturing, as far as Dipper is concerned. A little concerning that he has that enormous pile of photos of Wendy, but none of them appeared to be, like, creeper type things. In general, they appeared to be photos where she knew she was being photographed. So it's not so bad. But he really should, you know, try to move on, which doesn't mean date someone else. It means let go and move on. Obviously, you can date someone else if you're genuinely interested in them. There's nothing wrong with that. It was the fact that he really wasn't interested in these girls. He was, at Stan's advice, using them as practice. But I like that they, you know, pointed out that it's predatory. You know, by having a literal predator using it on Stan. That was actually pretty great. Other than that, mostly this was kind of a standalone episode. Other than the fact that it has to happen sometime after, you know, Dipper and Wendy had their talk. It could have happened any time. Ford isn't in it at all. So there's really, you know, there's no mention of any of the things, you know, plot threads that are happening. So it really is kind of a standalone, which is actually kind of nice, but worries me a little in the sense that we're getting close to the end. I assume there's going to be some build-up for the finale, and therefore I would not at all be surprised if this was kind of the last bit of fun. You know, obviously the show's going to continue being fun, but this is the last, like, light, easy episode. Before shit hits the fan. Actually, wait, this is Disney Channel. Before undefined brown matter hits the fan. But yeah, it's a good episode. Some really good jokes in there. I like how they seeded the spider thing with the how do they get new mummies every day? Where our assumption is, oh, they make more fake mummies. But no, it's spider people. This being Gravity Falls, I should have grown to expect that by now. Except for Stan, everything is always real. Yeah, not honestly a lot to say. I know this is a short video, but I just made a really long one. And I guess this one balances it out. Just not a lot to say about this episode. It was fun, it was cute. I like the way the Dipper thing is kind of playing out and probably wrapping up. It was good stuff. Alright. See y'all next time. Bye.